Hello students, let's learn Math subject Standard 8, chapter number 9. Chapter name is Algebraic Expressions and Identities. Now if you look at this 4x plus y, this equation, it is made of 4x and 5 together with a plus sign. So these 4x and 5 are terms which are added to form expressions. Now you can see 4x. What does it mean? It means 4 is multiplied by x, so you get 4x. It is a product of 4 and x. Okay. Now if you see the expression 7xy minus 5x, they have these two terms. 7xy is a product of factors 7, x and y. Similar in the minus 5x we see it is a product of minus 5 into x. Now when numbers are written to these variables, these are variables x, y. So when number is written, it is called a numeral coefficient of xy. Coefficient of xy is 7. Similarly, minus 5. If you say minus 5x, what is the coefficient of x? It is minus 5. You have to take the negative sign also. Not to forget the negative sign. So this is called coefficients. Now let's see what is monomial, binomial and polynomial. Here you can see these are examples of monomials. 4x square, 3xy, minus 7z. All these are single expressions. Right? They are not combined with any other expression. When there are two expressions together, either with a plus sign or with a minus sign, you can say it is a binomial. Here if you see z square minus 4y square, two terms are there. Here one number and a term along with the variable is there, 5 minus 3xy. So these are binomials. When there are three pairs of terms, it is called a trinomial. You can see A, B, C is over here. Here x, y and one number is there. So all these are examples of trinomials. Now let's see what are polynomials. That are more than 3 are called polynomials. Here you see A, B, C, D. Okay, this is whole one equation where there are 4 variables. And it is more than 3, so it is called a polynomial. Here you see there are how many variables? 1, 2, 3, 4 variables are there. In this, how many variables are there? 1, 2, 3 variables. Right? X, y and z. All 3 are there. Now let's try to understand like and unlike terms. All these expressions are given. First is 7x, second is 14x, third is minus 13x, fourth is 5x square. So if you see here only x are there. So wherever x are there, they are like terms. See this one and this one. Only x are there. So they are like terms. And here x square, here y square, is there. So y and x do not match. So x square matches with x square. So 5x square and minus x square are like terms. Now let's see how to add two algebraic expressions. This is one equation given, 7x square minus 4x plus 5. We have to add to 9x minus 10. Here x square is not there, so we will not write anything in the x square. Here 9x is given, so we will write 9x below this minus 4x. We will write it here. Below 10 we will write 5. Along with the signs, we will add them simply. So minus plus plus is minus, so 10 minus 5 is 5. Sign of greater number you have to write here. Greater number sign is minus, so you will write the minus sign. Same way, here nothing is written, that means it is plus. So plus minus minus is minus. When you minus 9 minus 4, you get 5. you have to write the sign of greater number when there is addition or subtraction. So here is plus, so you'll write it plus. 7x square 0 plus 0, there is nothing, so it will remain as it is. Wherever like terms are there, you have to write terms one below the other. If they are like, write them one below the other. Now if you take example of this, 7xy plus yx minus 3z is the sum, is the first expression. Second is yz plus zx minus 4y. See here all like terms are written one below the other. Zx is written below zx, yz is written below yz, and y is written separately. So when you add all these three, here there is 0, so you will have to copy along with the sign. Here also along with the sign. Now zx, zx, zx. So first we will make sum of this and this. So minus plus plus is minus. So 9 minus 3 is 6. Sign of greater number is plus. So this will be plus 6 zx, and here is minus 3. Minus plus plus is minus. So 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay, sign of greater number is plus. So we got plus here. You understood why we got plus here? You have to write the sign of greater number. And variables you just have to copy them. So it is easy to add. Now let's solve exercise 9.1. First problem says that identify the terms, their coefficients for each of the following expressions. Here the term, there are two terms in this expression. First is 5xyz square. Second one is 3zy. And we'll write down the coefficient of x, y, z square is 5 and coefficient of zy is minus 3. So similarly you will solve all this. Now we will solve second question. It says that classify the following polynomials as monomials, binomials or trinomials. You know, when there are three expressions it is a trinomial, when there are two expressions it is a binomial, and when there are single expression then it is a monomial. So in this case the first one, x plus y, is binomial since it has two expressions. Here there are 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a polynomial since it is more than 3. Like this you have to solve all this. Now let's see the third one. It says that you have to add a minus b, ab minus bc. You have to add to it bc minus ca and add ca minus ab. So I have written it over here for you. AB, first let us see where there are AB similar terms, group them together. Here AB is here, AB is here. So AB minus BC, write as it is. In below BC, write BC. There is no CA variable over here, so write it on the right hand side. Here there is CA minus AB, so you can interchange it. You have to take along with the sign. Here is minus AB, so you put minus AB, and here is plus CA, so you have to write plus CA, and you have to add them. Minus plus gets cut, minus BC plus BC gets cut, plus AB minus AB gets cut, so the answer is 0. So in this fashion you have to add all these. Now let's see how to multiply a monomial by a monomial. X is multiplied by 3y. So that means what? It is multiplied by, x is multiplied by 3 and y all together. You can see x multiplied by 3 multiplied by y. When they are written close by, it means they are multiplied by each other. Now 5x into 3y is 5 multiplied by x multiplied by 3 multiplied by y. So 5 3s are 15 and x into y is xy. Okay. So in similar fashion you have to carry out the multiplication. Now let's see one more example. Here it is written 5x multiplied by 4x square. So now 5 is multiplied by x, x is multiplied by 4, 4 is multiplied by x square. So 5 fours are 20 and x square into x raised to 1. Yes, there is nothing written, so you have to assume 1. So x raised to 1 into x raised to 2 is x raised to 3. You have to add this a raised to m into a raised to n. You remember that formula? So it is a raised to m plus n. Whenever numbers are there and multiplication sign in between, you can directly multiply them together. 5 2s are 10, 10 7s are 70, and all variables you can multiply x, y, z. So it is x 70 x, y, z. See here, directly you can write it down. Now here it is asked to complete the table. Length into breadth is area. So 9 4s are 36 and y into y square is y cube. Similarly, you will complete this. Now we have to find the volume of this rectangular box where the length is given, breadth is given and height is given. So 2ax, 3by, 5cz. All variables are different. They are not repeating each other. So 3 2s are 6, 6 5s are 30, 30 ax, by, cz. This is the answer. This is the volume of that rectangular box. You just have to directly multiply. Now let's solve exercise 9.2. We'll solve the first one. It says that find the product of the following pair of monomials. These are monomials. This is also a monomial. So you have to find product. It means you have to multiply 7 into 4 is 28 p. It is very simple. Now we have to find the areas of the rectangles with the pair of monomials. This is a monomial, this is a monomial, this is the length and this is the breadth, for example. So you have to multiply this into this. So this will become 10 into 5 is 50 p q m n. You have to write it together. Now in similar fashion you can complete that exercise. We will move further. We will see how to multiply a monomial by a polynomial. Now let's see how to multiply a monomial by a polynomial. Both are monomials. 7 is a monomial, 106 is a monomial. Now we have to use distributive law. What is distributive law? Means we have to divide this number in such a way that when you add them you will get 106. If you add 100 to 6 you will get 106. So that means first we will split it and then use the distributive law. We are splitting 106 into 100 plus 6, and now we are using distributive law by multiplying 7 with 100 and using the sign whichever it is and multiplying 7 with 6. That means 7 is to be multiplied with this first number and 7 multiplied with the second number. So you will get 700 plus 42. If you add, the total will be 742. Now if you want to check, you can check 742 will be equal to 7 into 106. So both sides you will get 742. So this is distributive law. Now these were with numbers. Let us see with some variables. Suppose sum is given minus 3x multiplied by minus 5y plus 2. This is a monomial and this is a binomial. Two variables are there. Two terms are there, so it is a binomial. Now this will be multiplied by the first number and this will be multiplied by the second number. So we'll see how it is done. Minus 3x into minus 5, you have to multiply along with the sign. Now here plus will remain as it is. This minus 3x will be multiplied by 2. So plus you have to write as it is, and sign of 3x is minus. So along with the sign you take minus 3x into 2 will give you 15xy minus 6x. Now let us see how to solve one example. one question which is given 2x multiplied by 3x plus 5xy. So what we'll do, now 2 multiplied by 2x multiplied by 3x, write the sign as it is. Sign of 2x is plus, so no need of writing plus. 2x multiplied by sign of 5xy is plus, so no need of writing that sign. Now 2 3s are 6, x into x is x square, plus 5 2s are 10, x into x is x square, y will remain as it is. So the answer is 6x square plus 10x square y. So you saw how to solve it. Now let's see how to multiply a monomial by a trinomial. There are 3 variables along with numbers. 3 terms are there, so it is a trinomial. And this is a monomial. You have to multiply a monomial by a trinomial. So what you'll do, first you'll multiply this with this, then you'll multiply this with this, then you'll multiply this with this, and you'll add all of the 3. We have to follow the same steps as we did for multiplying a monomial by a binomial. Now let's see how to add two terms. Your 5m 3 minus m, and you have to add 6m square minus 13m. So first what we will do, here there is a bracket, so we will open the bracket first. That means we will multiply this number with this number, we will keep the sign as it is, and this number by this number, and then whatever is the result we will add it to this. So let's see how to do. 5m into 3 is 15m, and minus sign will remain as it is, and 5m into m is 5m square along with a minus sign. Now we have to add this first expression to the second one. When we add, or like terms we can add, m square will be added to m square will not be added to m, okay, m will be added to m. So 15 minus 13 is 2m. Sign of greater number here is 15, so the sign of that is plus, so here will be plus 2m, and minus plus plus is minus, 6 minus 5 is 1, and sign of greater number is plus, so it will be plus 1m square. Students, now let's start with exercise 9.4. We will solve the first sum. It says that multiply the binomials. You have to multiply one number with another, or one term with another. Here it is given 2x plus 5 and 4x minus 3. So we will multiply 2x with the whole term, that is 4x minus 3, and second time we will multiply 5 with 4x minus 3 term, and we will solve. We will open the bracket and do the necessary operations. The answer will be 8x square plus 14x minus 15. Now let's see how to solve example number 6. Here there are two terms given, 3 by 4 a square plus 3b square, and you have to multiply these both terms. So first we will take this term and we will multiply this with this whole term. Second time we will take this term and we will multiply with this term again. So you will get the answer as 3a raised to 4 plus 10a b square minus 8b raised to 4. Now let's solve question number 2. These are also similar type as in number 1. two binomials are given, you have to find the product. Find the product means you have to multiply. Let's see how to solve the third one. In the third one, it's a mixture. You have to multiply, and the answer whatever you get, you have to add 25 to it. So let's see how to do this. You have to multiply two binomials, x square minus x. You have to multiply with x plus 5. So first we will take this x2 term, x square term, and we will multiply the whole with x raised to 5. Sorry, x plus 5. And again we will take minus 5 term and we will multiply with x plus 5. And then we will add 25 to it. Then we'll get the answer as x cube plus 5x square minus 5x. Similar fashion you have to solve all the other sums. Let's see 8th sum. It says that you have to multiply a plus b plus c. You have to multiply by a plus b minus c. So first what you have to do, you have to take this x term, you have to multiply it with whole a plus b minus c. Then we have to take the second term, that is b, and we have to multiply with the whole term a plus b minus c. And we have to solve. Similar fashion, if there are three variables, then you have to multiply with the 3. Now let us look at some identities. A plus b the whole square. It means that you have to multiply a plus b 2 times. You have to make the square. So how it has to be done? A plus b the whole square is equal to a plus b multiply by a plus b. 2 times you are multiplying, right? So what we will do? First we will take this variable, will multiply with this whole term. Then we will take this b, will multiply with the whole term. And after solving we'll get the answer as a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this is one standard identity which you have to remember. It will be helpful for solving other problems. Same way, instead of plus, if there is a minus sign, what will be the answer? It will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. And now we will see if it is a plus b into a minus b, right? These two are having different sign but variables are same. So the answer will be a square minus b square. So these three identities are very important which you have to remember. There is one more identity where x term is same and a and b terms are different. So the answer will be x square plus a plus b into bracket x. That is x is multiplied to a as well as b, right? And plus ab. So you have to remember these 4 identities. Now let's try and solve this example 11. It shows that we have to solve 2x plus 3y the whole square. So it is looking like identity 1, a plus b the whole square. So what is the answer? A square plus 2ab. Here a is 2x and b is 3y. So it will be 2 into 2x into 3y plus b square, that is 3y square. 3y square is what? 9. 3 square is 9 and y square is y square. So this is the answer. Now let's solve exercise 9.5. Now let's solve exercise 9.5. It says that using a suitable identity to get each of the following products. That means you have to multiply the first term with the second term. And using which identities which we have studied earlier. So now x plus 3 into bracket x plus 3 is the same as x a plus b the whole square. So you can see the formula. Now what is the formula? X plus or a plus b the whole square. It is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here x is what, or a is what, x, and what is b? B is 3. So the formula, the answer of the formula will be x square plus 2ab plus b square. So this way you can solve all the remaining 10 questions. Now let's try and solve question number 2. It says that using identity x plus a into x plus b, we have to find the following products. They've given the answer over here of that identity number 4. So x plus a, x plus b, if you multiply you get x square plus a plus b x plus ab. Okay. So now let's try and solve first number sum. It says that x plus 3 into bracket x plus 7. They have specifically mentioned that you have to use identity number 4. So we'll use the same. Here x plus a and x plus b was the formula, you remember? So a is 3 and b is 7. So you have to use that formula and try to solve. Answer will be x square plus a plus b, that is 3 plus 7 into bracket x plus a into b. A into b is 3 into 7. So you have to solve the subsequent sums in the similar fashion. We'll solve the first one, a square minus b square the whole square. That is a square minus b square the whole square is what is termed as a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square. Now you can see here they have given that identity using this identity, a square a minus b the whole square. So what is a over here? It is a square. And what is b over here? It is b square. So using that identity we'll just simplify it. A square will become a raised to 4 on solving, and 2ab will become 2a square b square, since a is equal to a square and b is equal to b square. Similar fashion you can solve other problems. Now let's see how to solve question number 5. It says that 3x plus 7 the whole square minus 84x is equal to 3x minus 7 the whole square. That is, you have to prove that the left hand side of the equation, that is this equation, is equal to the right side of the equation. That is, it is equal to 3x minus 7 the whole square. So let's see how to solve it. Now we can solve the left hand side of the equation by opening the brackets. We'll use the identity number 1. It is a plus b the whole square. So what is a over here? A is 3x. And what is b? B is 7. So using that the formula of that, a square plus 2ab plus b square. So 2ab is 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 7 is 42x. So this way we will solve, and here there is minus 84x as well. So you have to use that also for solving. So when you solve this, you will get as 9x square minus 42x plus 49. Why? Because we have grouped the x terms together. We have solved this plus 42x and minus 84x. Minus plus plus is minus. So 84 minus 42 is 42, and sign of greater number is minus. So we have taken the minus sign, and which is equal to the right hand side. When we solve it, we'll come to know it is equal to the right hand side. How? The answer is 9x square minus 42x plus 49. So if you know that 9x square can also be written as 3x the whole square, and 49 can be written as 7 square. So it is 3x minus 7 the whole square. That is of the form a minus b the whole square. So this way we have proved that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Now in similar fashion you can solve the other sums also. Now let's see how to solve question number 6. It says that using identities we have to evaluate 71 square. That means you don't have to multiply 71 multiply by 71 directly. You have to use those identities and try to solve. Let's see how to solve it. 71 can be written as 70 plus 1. So what is a over here? A is 70. And what is b? B is 1. So we are using this identity a plus b the whole square. What is the a plus b the whole square? It is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we'll use that identity and we'll solve it. In similar fashion you can do all the 9. Now let's see how to solve question number 7. Here it is said that you have to use identity a square minus b square. You have to use this identity and solve 51 square minus 49 square. They have given a square minus b square is what? A plus b into a minus b. So now let's see how to solve. You have to break this. A is what here? 51. And what is b? 49. So it is a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b, when you add 51 plus 49, it is 100, and 51 minus 49 is 2. When you multiply 100 into 2, the answer is 200. In similar fashion you can solve other 4. Now let's solve question number 8. It says that you have to use identity x plus identity 4. It is x plus a into x plus b. You have to use this identity and solve. So they have asked to solve 103 into 104. Let's see how to solve that. You have to use identity x plus a into x plus b. So we'll write it, we'll replace x with 103 and a as, sorry, we'll replace 103 as 100 plus 3. That means you have to split that to make it x plus a into x plus b. So now if we take 104, 104 can be written as 100 plus 4. Okay, and 100 plus 4 and 100 plus 3 is looking same as x plus a, x plus b, right? X is what? 100 over here. And what is a? A is 3. And what is b? B is 4. So we have to write directly as x square plus a plus b x. A is 3, b is 4. So a plus b, 3 plus 4, x. X is 100. In this way we solve and we'll get the answer. With this we have completed chapter number 9.